All right, so again, um, just kind of giving some more reasons or some more causes as to why it is that, I'm single. Because, a lot of people, a lot more people starting to ask me, like, well, why are you single? What's going on? Why are you single? Well, okay, so, okay, so to really talk about it directly, um, reason one of the main reasons why it is I'm single is because a lot of the people that I liked when I was younger didn't really want me. A lot of times, whenever it is that I go after a particular type of people, regardless of the type, because I'm flexible, right? Versatile. I'm a Virgo. So when I go after the people that I'm into, um, they usually think that they're hot stuff. They're better than me. Okay, cool. It's not a problem. And I grew up like this. I grew up with a lot of people telling me, "Nah, I'm good," turning me down. "No, I'm good." Da 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 da. Da. Okay, that's fine. Don't necessarily have a problem with that. I'm used to that type of stuff, right? I'm used to rejection. It's okay. So something happened when like I said, when I was 15. I was accused of something. Later, it would turn out to not be true, of course. And since the age of 15, I'm 31 now, but since the age of 15, I've pretty much decided that uh, that I wasn't necessarily going to concentrate so much on relationships because I started to see that a lot of the relationships are, for me at least, it's difficult for me. It's difficult for me to get into a relationship. It's difficult for me to maintain one. Me being a Virgo myself, Venus falls in Virgo, as I've talked about. So just a lot of stuff happens, the threat that people bring to the table, the trouble that they bring to the table, you know what I mean? The toll that it costs to really be with these people and the time that it takes. You got to understand, some of the people whom I'm dating, they want too much. They demand too much time. If I'm on my grind, you got to understand, I'm not trying to leave or make the transition being a failure. So a lot of times I'm going hard in the paint trying to get a lot of things accomplished, wanting to get a lot more things accomplished, working on those things to get accomplished. And the type of time that it requires to hang out with some people sometimes, they're demanding just a little bit too much. Another reason why is the toll. People want to be compensated financially for time without caring about the fact that I had to spend my resource like time. So we both had to spend time out of our day to even get to know that we're compatible or not compatible. But the difference is, they want to be compensated for that time on top of spending that time that they could have did hanging out with somebody else. Number three, the trouble. The trouble. If you gonna make it difficult, if a lot of people have made it difficult for me to get to know them, listen, again, what have I said here on this channel time and time again? If the relationship does not work, if I gotta climb a mountain, if I gotta go hard to see you, if I need to do too much to see you, I'm just going to go ahead and leave the relationship, or even trying to continue to get to know you, because it's too difficult trying to get to know you. All of this issue and problems and jumping through hoops and having to climb and this obstacle course of stuff, and all that does is just create more distance, because I got to go through a whole continent worth of obstacles to see you because you keep putting it there. And then Number 4, the threat. I don't want to deal with gangster family. I don't want to deal with if you got issues. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. I want you to calm down and simplify your own life before I show up. Another reason why, because they don't do that. Their lives are very chaotic, all over the place, and they will not do anything to organize it. And they're expecting a savior, a savior to come in and to help them perform a miracle for something that can't be done. Because a person can advise you or even give you counsel or suggest you do something, but it's ultimately up to you to make the decision. And a lot of people who I've tried to get to know, they don't do any of that stuff. They want me to get to know them by coming 100% to them, going to them. Never, they don't put in any effort whatsoever. And I've experienced this really coming up. I've experienced this, my first experiences socializing, as far as getting to know those type of dynamics, since I was a little one, observing the dynamics since I was 6 years old, observing the dynamics, learning the dynamics, watching, observing, right? Being a Virgo, learning from afar as well as learning from the experience, but also learning from other people's experiences, learning from everything that I possibly could, right? So, like I said before, at 15 years old, that accusation happened. My name is cleared of all charges, because it could have went to trial. I would have been sitting up in a prison cell for something by definition I didn't do, with plenty of evidence, mind you. Okay? So since I was 15, I decided, well, you know what? I'm going to put this on the back burner, while at the same time still loosely trying to get to know different people, while those same people think that they're so much better than me. Tried to go ahead and get to know them. It's always something. Their parents don't like me. Too dark skinned. If you catch my drift. They're in a different state. They want somebody that's a little bit more turned up. Okay? Now again, sometimes I like to keep my cards close to my chest. One of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to date from 14 to 24, because I had all of these imaginations of success in my head and in my heart. I just never told anybody, because I didn't want anybody to get too close and end up potentially getting in the way of some of my plans. So I thought to myself, why don't I just go ahead and date from 14 to 21? Give it 7 years. Now remember, 15, at 15, the accusation. So I kind of slowed down on dating. When I was 14 or 13, 14, right? I was trying to talk to as many people as I possibly could. Didn't necessarily come up with that plan until I was 14 years old. So with that being said, after that, within those 7 years from 14 to 21, I searched high and low, left the state. I've been all up and down the East Coast. I haven't been to every state in the East Coast, but I've been to Connecticut, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New Jersey, Trinidad and Tobago a couple of times. I've been in the airport of Puerto Rico, took a private plane to Trinidad and Tobago. So I got a chance to see Puerto Rico to a certain extent, right? From the airport, but I got the overall understanding. Point is, tried as much as I could. Nobody wanted me. Everybody's playing hard to get. Everybody's playing all these manipulative tactics. Everybody, oh, I don't like the way you look. Okay, cool, fine. Not a problem. Now remember, dating from 15 has not necessarily been at the top of my list. So even though I'm loosely dating, right? Loosely, meaning every now and again, when I want to try my hand with dating, I'll go ahead and step out there and try to see, test the temperature. But at the same time, even though dating is not necessarily the highest priority on the list, it's actually last. At the top of the list is me grinding and building, doing what it is that I gotta do, making sure that I'm good and my family is good. Again, the whole time, loosely dating. Sometimes a year I'll speak to one, sometimes a year I'll speak to 2, 3, sometimes a year I'll speak to about 5, because I'm not necessarily a serial dater where I'm a person that dates back and forth over, keep going. Not necessarily. Like I said in my videos, I'm a person that when I get involved and I realize, oh, this person was playing. Okay, oh, this person is real manipulative. Oh, this person did something that really hurt me. What do? I slow down. I take a break. Okay, everybody, it's recess time, right? Like you're a factory worker or you're a union worker. Okay, everybody, it's recess time. Take a break. Dating's out for a while. Sometimes I've liked these people so much to the point where I take a month off, 2 months off, a year, because because I'm still healing. The manipulative tactics that a person pulled without cause, because you think it's funny, or you trying to play it off like it's funny, at my expense. Okay, cool. I had to take that. So now what happened is 31 years old, been the best individual that I can be. Of course, to some mistakes, of course, I will admit to some mistakes. Nothing too terrible, though. Nothing too terrible. Don't have a criminal record. You know what I mean? Pretty much, in the eyes of the law, clean record. Putting in good work for years. Nobody want me. Searching high and low. Like I said before, over the course of my life, I've said this in many of my videos, probably spoke to about 1,000 plus different people, some of them multiple times. Every single time, it was always something. I don't like your shoes. I don't like your hair. I don't like the haircut. I don't like your beard. I don't like the fact that you 5'7". I don't like the fact that this. I don't like the fact that you used to wear baggy clothes. I don't like the fact this. I don't like the fact that you did this. You ain't got enough money. You selfish. Okay? Cool. So all of that type of stuff with the breaks and women and people trying to get me involved and them hurting me without cause because they can't really justify the stuff that they do because they're on a power trip and they go out of their way to 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 show me just how much they don't want me around and how much they dislike me without just cause. Cool. So now let's take a look at it. 31 years old. I don't have any kind of relationship experience to say I had a person sleep over at my house, moved in, right? We moved in together, they moved in with me, or any of that stuff. Why? Because that's how picky people are. So my whole life, none of them gave me a try. And the times that they did try to give me a try, it was always something manipulative where there was strings attached. Well, I'll hang out with you, but you got to let me buy you and change you fundamentally. Nah, I don't want that. Nah, I want you, but I'm not really going to take the time to actually invest in you and get to know you at all and find out who you actually are. Or, yeah, I'll hang out with you and stuff like this. But at the same time, though, you need to know that I'm hanging out with a lot of other people too. And it's not really going to mean anything. Yeah, I'll hang out with you. But if I hang out with you on that level, I want a family out of that so I can manipulate you and pull strings. So now I'm a single individual, no relationship experience, because so many people were that picky. They were so picky, in fact. Years went by. 18, because I started trying to really get to know people at 13 years old. I didn't start getting serious, like I said, until 14 to about 21. Now I'm 31. 18 years, they still playing. Everybody, I'm still too good. Okay, you still too good. Okay, even in a situation like this, things is getting worse. You still too good, right? Still too good. Okay, cool. So while they screaming or bawling or singing, they still too good. I'm handling my business, not complaining, handling my business, doing what I got to do in the dark, on the low. I'm handling my business. I'm getting my stuff together, getting my finances together, getting my spiritual base together, repairing my family. Overall, without giving away too much, handling my business. Forget about relationships right now, because, and I'm gonna keep it 100, even from a perspective where I really think about it, and I really, really reflect on it. The best thing that I can give to a person is nothing but, as far as wants romance, the best thing that I can give to that person is purely physical intimacy. And only that. Because I don't have any relationship experience like that, remember? I was always the ugly duckling. Nobody wanted me ever. Even the people that claimed that they wanted me only wanted me for a particular amount of time. Remember, let's not forget that. Let's stop playing this. Let's not forget. So now it's, so now it's, remember, you're so interested in wasting time. That's literally the result that's literally the result that some people got. So now the best part of me that I'll give to somebody is a physically intimate relationship, but I'll never potentially really be able to share that part of myself to this person like that, because the lack of experience I have, because so many individuals were that picky. You see how it is that people doing these manipulative tricks, it automatically backfires. So now I'm, like I said before, I'm 31, handling my business. I'm getting myself set, figuring it out. Plenty of time to go. Plenty of time to go, right? Okay. Well, at the same time, remember, I done seen individuals who didn't even have a home to go to get paired off with a person who does have a place to stay and have offspring. They were the choice, not me. So because of that, I got a chance to see what it is that people like. You like that person. You like that individual, that doesn't even have a high school diploma. Because that person who I know that has that doesn't even have that high school diploma has 4 offspring. And I have 0, because so many people are interested in, I gotta disqualify you. I gotta disqualify you. Okay, cool. Keep that same energy in disqualifying me. So now I keep bringing up 31. Why? Because that clock is ticking. Me, I'm happy being single because I had to. And now I embrace it as a part of my character. I'm good being single because that's all it is that I've ever known. Because so many people wanted to play picky because they wanted to act like they ain't have any common sense. Not to mention I'm 31 years old. At what point am I going to have a little one? At what point? Because so many people are so interested in playing games more than they interested in actually getting things done. They just gonna waste time if they were to try to get with me, because that's what they're into. Because they believe themselves to be so much better than me. So to you people who you know who you are, you want to know, why? That's why.